CBRE released its annual Scoring Tech Talent Report, covering labor market conditions for technical workers and how that influences location decisions for tenants and investment decisions for landlords. I'm Colin Yasukochi, CBRE's Research Director for the West Coast, and I'm sitting here next to Lexi Russell, who's the Associate Director and co-author of the report. So the Scoring Tech Talent Report is specifically focused on labor market conditions for technical workers. And when we say technical workers, those are people who are actually doing technical jobs. So they work for all industries, not just for the tech industries. And some of the examples of technical workers include software developers, hardware engineers, and data and systems managers who run the softwares that we need to work on. So Lexi is going to share some of the key takeaways from the Scoring Tech Talent Report.
Thank you, Colin. The San Francisco Bay Area, Toronto, and New York added the most tech talent jobs during the last 5 years. They were joined by Seattle and Washington, D.C. to round out the top 5 markets in the report. Cost, competition, and commitment to growth have spurred companies into smaller, less historically tech markets. We found that momentum in these smaller markets to have grown the most in Orlando, San Diego, and Chicago. Even more so, markets outside of CBRE's top 50 have been absorbing some of this tech talent growth. We call these opportunity markets, and in the US, 2 examples are Tucson and Las Vegas, and in Canada, we have Hamilton and Waterloo in Ontario, Canada, all of which have grown between 35 and 90% in the last 5 years.
So real estate market fundamentals are impacted by growing tech talent when there becomes a large enough cluster or concentration of technical employees that creates a new sort of stream of demand that supply is unable to accommodate in any one of these markets or perhaps even sub-markets. And what we see happening there in that particular case is that vacancy rates tend to go down, rents tend to go up, and it creates new opportunities for developers. So we've seen this in markets like the San Francisco Bay Area and Seattle, where there's been an enormous growth in the amount of demand for tech talent, and it's created a lot of office space demand as well as other types of real estate demand that haven't been able to be met, therefore creating opportunities for investors to build new projects. So if you were a developer trying to better understand where these opportunities are going to exist, is you really need to follow the talent. Where is the talent being produced, and where is the talent wanting to locate? And those are in various markets across the country that you can take advantage of. The most important aspect to understand about tech talent is its availability and where it is growing, because that determines location decisions in terms of where tech employers want to be located, and of course that's going to lead to office space demand. So if investors are really looking for the best opportunities, they're going to want to follow where the sources of talent are located, and that's going to be major universities, and where the tech employees want to live. So one of the major challenges of the rapid growth in the technology sector is the inability of infrastructure to keep pace with that growth. So there needs to be a lot more investment in basic infrastructure where it relates to transportation systems, to housing and other public services that help support growth of this important economic area that's going to be one of the future areas for growth for many cities and towns across the country.
The Scoring Tech Talent Report is a very comprehensive analysis of 50 markets across the US and Canada. Digging deeply into this data provides insights for strategy as well as investment for all types of real estate occupiers.